Hey Sarl, how you doing? Pretty good. Nice day out here today. I haven't checked the tide schedule, but tide is coming in now, I guess. I came out here. I got this new recorder right here, the Sony PCM D100. They're like 800 bucks, but they have condensers on the mics, and it allows you to go out here and, just for the heck of it. You gotta monkey around with a couple of the settings. Not too bad, but since I've never used one, I've already learned a lot. Yeah, it's really a nice piece of equipment. I did birds. I just did a little miniature waterfall with crows, and now I'm going to do. I just got it in the mail yesterday. Was it yesterday I got it? What's today? Saturday? Yeah, I got it in the mail yesterday. So basically, honestly, there's one dial, and you gotta like make sure you don't go over these settings. I twisted them all around different ways and just kind of saw what worked and what didn't. So my first, like, done right recording was just a little while ago. So now I know what to set these to so it doesn't sound crappy. It is a nice piece of equipment. It's funny, they were like $1,000 when they first came out 7 years ago. And I like sounds myself, whether it's trains or birds or ocean or whatever. And even though YouTube has a lot of nice sound uploads, they're littered with commercials, which I get. Hey, you got to pay the bill somehow. I get commercials. But if I'm laying down and I want to hear like ocean sounds, I don't want to like have to keep getting up and like skipping the commercial. Where this way, I can record. I just put a 128 gig card in here, so I can record like 400 hours. And the batteries I use get me about 10 hours at a crack. So I'm going to be able to do some. I have friends that want them too. Friends that want like nice audio recordings. Put them on an SD card and send them to them. You don't need to worry about any of that. So that's really what got me interested in doing it. Yeah, this is Hilton Head Island. Yeah, this is like a community. And all the beaches in Hilton Head are public. But in an instance like this, why you don't see too many people is because it's about a 2 or 3 mile walk to get here. So even though you have access, you're going to be parking a long ways away, and there's lots of places you can go without having to walk right down here. Hey. So that's why. These are mostly people that live here. I hardly ever see anybody out here. Yeah, I'm not really like a beach guy. To tell you the truth, I like stormy weather. And rough waves and like it. Right, this isn't that great. If it wasn't for an audio, oh, there's a guy flying a kite. It wasn't for the audio practice, I probably wouldn't be out here. Plus, I've had like skin cancer up in Yin Yang over the years, so it's just not kind to me. There's a helicopter flying down the beach. It's the first helicopter I've seen this whole trip. Yeah, it's a Robinson R44. It's one of the most dangerous helicopters ever built. they've gotten better safety-wise. Hey, Debbie and Dave. Oh, nice. Hey, Penny. Yeah, well, I don't know what that is, Martin. What is that? Water is a lot clearer looking today. What's cool here is you can let dogs run and stuff out here, if you can believe it. I was out here this morning with Daisy. They didn't bring her like this. It was 82 in Savannah today. It's not that hot here, but with that sun beating down on it, it's just not fun, so I left her at the house. There's a plover right there, that bird. Shorebirds are on their way up from down south, further south. Get a, you know, what's called a dead cat. It's that furry thing you see on microphones, and that's to eliminate wind noise. And I'm curious how it works on this recorder. It looks like pretty muddy though, that area. A couple sailboats out there. Yeah, I'm going to, 82. It was 82 in, hey Stephanie, it was 82 in Savannah. I was down there for lunch. I don't know if it's that hot here today. It was only showed 676 was the highest, but maybe it's better. I'm going to leave here Monday, and I'm going to head to Atlanta. I may spend the night in Atlanta, may not. Ideally, I'd like to get an early start and drive all the way to Tupelo, Mississippi. Spend a day or two there, and then I'm going to go to Robinsonville, which is Tunica. You know, that's where they've shuttered the Harrah's, and you know, I spent a lot of time there 20 years ago, and that was the brokest county in the state that, you know, gambling had gotten popular, and they did what most places do. You increase the quality of the infrastructure and build community centers, and got new fire engines, and man, the gambling went south. They're really hurting down there, and it's an interesting area, the Mississippi Delta. I like Greenwood and all those areas along the Mississippi, so I'm kind of curious if the same guy owns the hotel I used to stay at, Indian guy, just got his pilot's license, and we talked quite a bit about flying. I'm curious if they still own it or not, and kind of interested in if they weathered the storm of the nosedive of the area. And then I'm going to stay that, excuse me. I like that area. I may stay there a week. Excuse me. Then I'll go to Memphis maybe for a day. Probably cut over to Louisville and Lexington. Then make my way back to Detroit. Honestly, I'm thinking today, if you ask me, I probably won't get home till somewhere in early April. Doesn't make any sense to go back there. There's no real reason to. I think I'm going to buy a Mercedes van for my buddy. It's a nice van. I mean, I'm kind of iffy about it. I really like my Astro van. I don't want to get rid of it. And I don't know if this Mercedes van will fit in my... It's a 2019. I don't know if it'll fit in my garage or not, but it's like perfect for what I do. The only knock is it's not all-wheel drive, but it is rear-wheel drive. But it's huge. I'll show it to you when we get back. They get top ratings if you look them up, and they get fantastic gas mileage. So it's minus the all-wheel drive. It's like a dream van. Yeah, if I do that, I mean, I still have a Toyota Sienna van, which is an excellent shape, no rust. One old couple owned it, actually from where this guy's from. He drove it up, delivered it to me when he bought all my antique collection. So I'll probably get rid of that. I've never driven it. It's in really good shape. It's just, yeah, here's the thing, it's small. This Mercedes van is big. I mean, you could put a mattress in there and still have all sorts of room. And I want to do a Girls Gone Wild. So I think it's going to work out perfect. No, I don't like the idea of living them out. This is what I like the idea of doing. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. Like, I originally didn't plan on making it this far south this early. But as I got, like, down through Columbia, South Carolina, I thought I was going to spend the night there, and I went to a few of the Red Roof Inns, and I just didn't like the setup. I like the old Red Roof Inns, the new ones. I got a lot of camera equipment I drag around, bags, different things, Daisy. So I want to pull right up in front of my door. And if it's not like that, or if it's just too seedy, I just move on. So when that ended up happening, I drove all the way here, Hardyville, and found a Red Roof Inn, which was perfect, actually. But sometimes in situations like that, when I don't really find a good place that suits me to stay, I don't want to be going upstairs and all that crap and hallways and lobbies. I would have just pulled over to rest stop and went back and laid down for a couple hours and then got back on the road and hauled ass. But because you're tired as hell, you don't really want to do that. So it ends up forcing me sometimes to stay in places that I really wouldn't like to. And if I had a mattress in the back, that would be eliminated. Because when I'm trying to get to A to B, like, I don't really like any of the places I'm going between here and Tupelo, Mississippi. They're just boring to me. I lived in Atlanta for a while. I had a house there for a while. I just don't care for that area, any part of it, north, south, east, west, wherever. So if I took off here and I got tired 400 miles into it, pull over, take a little nap in the back, hit the road, and then make it all the way to Tupelo. So that's my thinking on this van. But it's almost like too nice for me, and I don't expect gas to get cheaper, so I'll think it over. They paid like 38 grand for it. Was it that much or not? Maybe they got it cheaper. They got it cheaper. Maybe it was 33 or 35,000. I think he'd sell it to me for 20 or something like that, which is a good deal. It's got 20,000 miles on it. I don't know. I like my Astro van. Oh, thank you, Philip. Hey, Cyprian. Hey, Ray. Yeah, but honestly, I mean, in my thinking, nice isn't to me what it would be to you. I've been through this in my life, and I'm glad to not be that way anymore. I mean, I look at the practical side, getting to A to B, and I'll tell you, it's nice having an old van. I do maintain it mechanically, like I just had the front end rebuilt, but I don't care about a door ding and a whatever. I don't give a shit. I just washed it for the first time in 10 years before I left because I knew I was going to be getting some video. I was, for a minute, thinking about going through Cincinnati, and the side windows get so dirty that you never really clean them that great, even with Windex. So I just got it washed, and it was perfect. Took all that dirt off the back from dirt roads, and the windows. Was worth it. And if I had this Mercedes, I don't know, man. I'm kind of ambivalent about it. If it wasn't, there's just a lot of things going: size, gas mileage, and price. There's a big old boat out there. It looks like one of those Cape Hatteras boats or a Trojan. There's a plover. See him eating along the shore? He's making his way up north. There are piping plovers. There were only like 23 pair not that long ago. This lady's taking some photos. Here's some kids who are building some sand castles. they don't really look like sandcastles. I don't know what this would be. You know, you don't see any bottles or junk or anything laying around here. It's like pieces of wood and stuff. Shells. There are a lot of shells, by the way. I don't know what this is. Oh, it looks like barnacles stuck to something. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a big pile of barnacles. Oh, seashells. For some reason these seashells are stuck together on something. I don't know what the deal is with that. Piping plover. You know, there was a time in my life where I liked to go and eat out nice places and stuff. But I'm not like that anymore. Oh, look, Benny. Yeah, I just not into like nice dining and stuff, really. I mean, once in a while I'll bite the bullet to get a good steak or a good sushi. There's a horseshoe crab, but by and large, I just like Southwest Detroit Mexican restaurants, soul food places through Mississippi. I had a French Rococo carved dining room set. It was made in about 1880. It's super nice. Had a glass etched top with gold leafing. And I sold that a couple years ago. And a weirdo like me, you know the books that I have. I don't even have any living room furniture because I never have anybody over. And even when I cook my dinner, I eat it standing up. I just eat it on a plate standing up because I don't like taking a bunch of, I'm not cooking myself like 3-course meals. I just stand up, eat it, wash the dish, head upstairs to mess around or do my internet. Yeah. Yeah, what happened is I never eat breakfast and I'm not really a big lunch guy. And my buddy he's the opposite. So he wanted to get something to eat. It's like, okay, we'll go to this place. I'll upload a video of Savannah. It's a cool town. But it's like tourist trappy stuff like Mackinac Island. So we went there and I looked at the menu and I really wasn't that hungry. And I thought, homemade chips, blue cheese, bacon bits on the top. I normally wouldn't order something like that, but I wasn't really hungry. And I thought, if I got that, there's no way in hell I'm ordering something else. And sure enough, I only was able to eat about 8 chips. I mean, it was super rich. I mean, you got chips for starters, blue cheese and bacon on top of it. I mean, I bet the whole plate was 10,000 calories. I'm not kidding you. And I just couldn't eat anymore, and he didn't want any more. But you really wouldn't have wanted to eat anymore. That's like an appetizer you get with 4 people. I just didn't really want to try and eat an entree, and I really kind of wanted to try those. I like blue cheese a lot. So I did. It was only $9.50, by the way. And the chips were homemade, and they get their own, I don't know, cheese from some special place. It was good. And the bacon was extra crispy. It's a 2019. There's a name for them. Mercedes something. There's a name for them. They're like 45 grand new now for a 2021. It's really nice. I looked at it before I came out here. It's just like almost too good of a deal to refuse. But honestly, it kills me just writing a check for 20 grand for a vehicle, which this guy delivered to me. I mean, this guy is like the nicest guy in the world. Drive it back down my dime and, bring it back and sell it to her for what you sold it to me. I mean, I don't want to be this kind of jerk. He said, no big deal. She got another vehicle. This guy is like the most easygoing guy in the world. I mean, I could go in back there tonight and take a chainsaw and cut their table in half. And he would say, "What are you doing?" It's like, I didn't like this table. He said, "Well, we were thinking about getting another table anyway." Yeah, it's that kind of stuff. Yeah, believe me, I look for trains every chance I get. And sometimes it isn't, I'm never sitting watching a train and not recording it. It never happens. I don't see that many. And actually, there are towns that I go into or places that I'm going to go, and I'll Google rail yards, and then I'll go look at Google Earth to see what kind of access I'd have to like a rail yard, and they're all like kind of covered up. You can't see, they got big retaining walls you can't see over, that kind of thing. But believe me, if there's a train, I will get it. I'll tell you, if you're a train nut, I'll tell you where would be absolute paradise. You go on the internet and look at this later. Havre, Montana, Havre. There's an Irish bar just west of downtown. Go to that Irish bar. There's only one. And then look at Google Earth and look at those railroad tracks. You can sit there and drink beer and see like trains up to Yin Yang any time of the day, any time of the night. And the cool thing about it is, Montana's big sky country. You can see the whole train. Most of them are, for whatever reason, 144 cars. You see the whole train. Looks like a big giant train set. You would love it out there. These are two glaucous gulls right here. They could be on their way to Michigan. I got my tennis shoes on. I don't like getting my feet wet. I didn't like swimming in the ocean even as a kid. I mean, it's kind of murky looking. Up here, you have to get way the hell down to about Cocoa Beach before you start getting that water that you dream of. Right around Cocoa Beach, you can go underneath there and it looks like a Jacques Cousteau movie. But this is that kind of brackish looking, dingy, dirty water that it's just not appealing to me. I mean, you see the videos that I do of the water up where I live. I mean, that's what I consider, or like where Mary lives. I mean, this is cool. It is the ocean. I like it. I like looking at it, but I don't want to get in it. All this shit you can step on. Oh, do they? Oh, you like it, maybe? Oh, it's buffering. Sorry about that. It was 82 in Savannah today, a couple hours ago. But it showed on the computer it was only going to get to 76 here today. But it's like really like nice. It's almost a little chilly here right now. Wind coming right out of the east. The tide's coming in. What I think's cool is I can just let your dog run wild. This is the most people I've ever seen out here. Yeah, if you get, I'm sure there's some walkers that come from like 3 miles is nothing to a hardcore walker. People really appreciate it. Dog turds on the beach. People want to keep it this way. Everybody's so super friendly. Sorry, Dan. I think I'm going to sign off here, you guys. I'm going to be uploading some videos of Harbor Town, which is and Sea Pines. They're kind of famous places. They don't really interest me that much, but you guys, I think, it's that famous lighthouse. It just kind of shows you the area. They're not very long videos. And then I'll upload a video of Savannah later, downtown Savannah, which is really kind of cool. Yeah, it seems like that, Sorrow, yeah. Yeah, I've been stung by them before too. I'm not big on fishing. I like storms, bad weather. Even when I was doing a lot of flying, believe it or not, I tried to do most of my flying in bad weather. I know that seems bad, but it was just so much more exciting. Just a crystal clear day, looking out the window, it's like, this is so boring. Now, if you're flying over Mackinac, or in the old days, downtown Detroit, and you were shooting some Tigers game. But other than that, I like crazy cold, deep snow, those old blizzards you get out west. Now this area right straight across from me is loaded with some certain kind of sharks. It's in the paper a lot for some reason. They hang out there. You guys have a good day today. Hey, Virginia. Yeah, take it easy, Emily. Have a good day, Debbie. Let me know when you want me to on that Taos Bay Resort. Don't wait too long. There won't be any ice. Hey, how you doing, Virginia? Take it easy, guys. I'm gonna try and do some audio right now with this Sony recorder. Take care. Have a good rest of your day. Havre, Montana. Havre. Paradise for a railroad guy. Havre, Montana. And scroll down on the Irish Bar. There's only one. It's west of town, on the north side of the road. But just look at those rail yards. It's so cool. I mean, it'd be the greatest place in the world for a live cam. Yeah, no, it's super cool. And believe me, I'm going from here to Tupelo. I'll even check for a rail yard in Atlanta, see if I can see it good. I'll spend the night there just to get some good rail video. I would do it. I'll go to I'm gonna go to Atlanta, Tupelo, Robinsonville, which is Tunica, Mississippi, Memphis, make my way up to Louisville, cut over east to Lexington, and then I'll make my way back to Detroit. I probably won't come home till April. Just partying every night. Yeah, no, I'd be glad to do it. And if you notice someplace, do you have my email? It's Tom, T-O-M, Reed, R-E-E-D, 1956 at gmail.com. If you know of some kick-ass rail yard between where I'm at now and where I'm going, let me know. I'd be all over that. I'd love to just sit in a van and put the seat back and record trains all day long. It'd be great. Now that I got this audio recorder, it'd be so cool. See, these are a different kind of shorebird. I'm not sure which ones. There's a big crow. A lot of crows down here. This stuff isn't soft like I thought it would be. It's actually hard to walk on. Go out here and party with these seagulls. Yeah, you should do it, Sunny Sky. No, I never get tired of traveling. No, I don't. I like, if I get to do my kind of traveling, which is where I'm going. Memphis, Mississippi Delta, around Tunica, Memphis, that kind of stuff. I like that. But if you said, hey, we're going to go to Hawaii, I'd be bored. If you said, I like rural, like sparse. Like I love the Appalachians. I'm just now starting to know where to go. These birds are all taking it easy. There's a black-capped tern. I see those up at that bird observatory platform in Pinconning, Michigan. It's crazy the distances these birds fly. It's party. You guys have a good day. I'm going to party with these seagulls. Yeah, I'm going to check the Atlanta out. Actually, I'm never normally able to get close to these black-capped terns. This is crazy. I'm going to bring my telephoto lens down here. Most of the time, you can't get within 200 yards of one of these things. And here, there's 7 of them. They're like 25 feet away. So have a good night tonight, you guys. Party all night. Give me one good last look.